Good evening to everyone in Peterhead and beyond for this special allocation draw to decide the Buchan Queen for 2020. Now, due to COVID-19's global pandemic, many events, local, national and international, have had to be cancelled or postponed, and potentially Peterhead Scottish Week wouldn't have taken place this year. But I'm delighted tonight to be joined by Karen, who is chairperson of Scottish Week, who is going to give us a little bit more details. So Karen, tell us what the plans are for this year.
Well, what happened when the pandemic hit, we were faced with a decision, what do we do? So we held off as long as possible, but one thing we were very, very sure about was that there was going to be a Scottish Week of sorts. So near the time came, it became very apparent that it was going to have to be a virtual Scottish Week. So we investigated further into it. None of us know very much about being virtual. None of us is really confident doing it. However, we felt, as it was the 59th year, with the next year being our 60th, that we had to do something. So we went about setting up a virtual week. So there's most of the favourites that are there. We've got sandcastle competitions, there's a baby show, there's a dog trick competition, there's lots of events, fancy dress competitions, we've got a live DJ Dove, so we're going online this year.
Perfect. So, as Karen said, yes, Peterhead Scottish Week will be the first virtual Scottish Week, and there are many towns across Scotland that host a Scottish Week, such as Stranraer and Forres, but Peterhead remains the only original Scottish Week from 1962, and it is the longest running week-long gala in the country. So it's quite right that we have a 59th edition this year, because next year will be the 60th edition.
We're the only, well, I believe we're the very first virtual gala week in Scotland as well.
Yes, I think we beat Stranraer by 1 week, so best of luck to Stranraer and Forres, by the way. So, as Karen said, she spoke of traditional events such as the baby show and sandcastle competitions, and another tradition, and it's the reason that we are here tonight, is for the Buchan Queen. So it's the ambassador for the town and the district, along with 2 Buchan princesses. Now, over the last 58 years, various methods have been used, such as dance-offs, fashion shows and pageants. But this year we will do this by the drawing of lots to determine the 3 titles that are up for grabs. The committee, headed by Karen, decided that this year they wanted past holders of Buchan Queen and Buchan Princess to nominate themselves. And again, I'm going to turn to Karen to find out why we're not going to be using new girls this year. So Karen, tell us why.
Again, the committee, we debated hard about it. It's such a big thing and an honour for these girls to be ambassadors for the town. The bit that they most enjoy when you speak to all the past girls is making the friends, but predominantly it's about going down the care homes and speaking to the community and things, and we just felt that the girls this year won't have that experience due to social distancing. So we took the unusual decision to allow past people to just the girls to pop their information on our Facebook page, and we will put it to the draw. It'll allow queens to become princesses, princesses to become queens, queens to be queens again, princesses to be princesses again. These girls all know the true feeling what it is to be the queen, so we thought we would let them be the quarantine queen and princesses this year.
So it all makes sense to me, and whilst there won't be the traditional programme, what there will be on sale early next week, I am assured, is a timetable of events, and these will be available to buy in shops throughout Peterhead. It gives you a listing of the events that are going to take place this year in Scottish Week, as well as the ever popular window display competition, and this year you've got to scratch off your number. We encourage everyone of all ages to go out and but be responsible and adhere to social distancing guidelines. So this will be available to buy as of the start of the week. And I should say that all proceeds from the sale of this timetable programme will directly go to help the 60th Peterhead Scottish Week that takes place in July of 2021. Just one small short year away, and there's a lot of organisation ahead.
Which will start a week on Sunday.
A week on Sunday. So, yeah, that's great. I believe that for tonight's draw, we have entrants from the 1970s to more recent years. And as Karen has just said, potentially in a few moments we may see the first ever Buchan Queen to win twice or indeed we may find a former Buchan princess that will be crowned Buchan Queen. The last such occurrence being Melanie McDougall in 1991 when she was a princess, and then in 1992 she was crowned Buchan Queen. So anything can happen, and best of luck, girls. As I said, Karen is going to conduct the draw, and we're going to mention all the names first that will go into the draw, and then we'll take it from there. So the first name to go in tonight will be...
It's Sinead O'Brien.
So Sinead O'Brien. Sinead was a Buchan princess in 2016.
We've got Claire Anderson, who was known as Claire Stephen at the time.
That's correct. So Claire Stephen was a Buchan princess back in 2001, and she's looking to do one again this year.
We've got Gemma Buchan.
Gemma Buchan. 10 years ago, Gemma Buchan was a Buchan princess.
We have got Carolyn Carvel.
Carolyn Carvel, who was Buchan princess back in 1978.
We've got Natasha Cluett.
And Natasha Cluett, who was Buchan Queen in 2018. Can she be the first Buchan Queen to win twice?
Rachel Duffy.
Rachel Duffy, another former Buchan Queen, this time from 2006.
We've got Susan Kensett, who was known as Robertson at the time.
That's right, Susan Robertson was a Buchan princess back in 2002.
We've got Gemma Morris, who was known as Gemma Taylor.
And that's correct, Gemma Taylor was also a Buchan princess back in 2002.
We've got Rihanna Slammaker.
Rihanna Slammaker, who was a Buchan princess in 2018. Can she be Buchan Queen this year?
We've got Natasha Kaminsky.
Natasha Kaminsky was Buchan Queen back in 2014.
Danielle McIntosh.
Danielle McIntosh, Buchan princess in 2013. And finally,
Stephanie McLaughlin.
we have Stephanie McLaughlin, who was the Buchan Queen that some will remember from 2008. Best of luck, girls. We're about to conduct the draw.
Let's mix it up.
I think we should both have a hand mixing up. Okay, so here we go, folks, and what we're going to do, we're going to announce it in the order of, we're going to do two draws, one for the two Buchan princesses, and then the last one will be for the Buchan Queen. So there'll be three draws altogether, but the first two rolls will be for Buchan Princess, and then the Buchan Queen for the 59th Peterhead Scottish Week. And so, Karen, over to you.
So,
Buchan Princess for 2020 will be Carolyn Carvel. Carolyn Carvel, well done. You were Buchan Princess in 1978, and now, 42 years later, you're going to be Buchan Princess again.
Rihanna Slammaker.
Rihanna Slammaker, she was a Buchan Princess in 2018, and Rihanna, you are going to be a Buchan Princess once again in 2020. And ladies and gentlemen, here it goes. Let's find out who the Buchan Queen for 2020 is going to be. Natasha Cluett has made history. Natasha Cluett, who was Buchan Queen in 2018, becomes the first person to become Buchan Queen twice. So well done, Natasha, and well done to Carolyn and Rihanna too. I'm sure your family and friends will all be delighted, as will everyone else be. Let's stick with the tradition, let's stick to supporting your local gala, and I hope that from next week you will be all able to join us next Saturday for the crowning ceremony, the start of Peterhead Scottish Week that begins live on Facebook at 2:30. Remember, this week go out and you find the online, the timetable of events. And as I said, adhere to social distancing, but have fun doing the winter spotting competition. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook Live from Karen and myself. We look forward to